Are you familiar with the whole Polo G situation?
What about Polo G? I know Polo G.
Yeah.
But what about Polo G?
Well, he has a very interesting story. And you can guess
who? Who's it pertaining to?
Well, there's him, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
He got arrested on a gun charge in New York.
Okay, he's going to jail.
They found a loaded gun in his Manhattan hotel room. 9 bullets in the magazine, 1 in the chamber. A maid was cleaning his room and found the gun. Cops were called. They found the Glock. It was in the love seat. And they labeled him a flight risk because of prior run-ins with the law. Because last August, he was arrested twice in 24 hours on kidnapping, robbery, and assault charges. Released on $25,000 bail. He went on Twitter. He said he admitted to relapsing on drugs and liquor a week earlier. And then that whole situation is there.
Now, here goes the thing. Whose name was a hotel room in?
I don't know.
It's a lot of litigation.
He'll have to work that out. His brother, Trench Baby, was accused of killing a man in an LA drive-by in last June 2023. The cops say that it was the first of a string of crimes that he allegedly committed over the following months. Because in August of 2023 was a crazy situation. There was a streamer named Annoying TV. Do you know about this whole story?
I remember him.
Yes. According to the story, Trench Baby, who once again is Polo G's little brother, told him to meet him at the studio, that Polo G was gonna, give him an interview or do something on his stream or whatever. When he showed up, Trench Baby pulled out 2 guns with extended magazines, took all his money, and then had him PayPal $50,000 to his account.
That's crazy.
Now, Annoying TV didn't want to go to the police because he's an up-and-coming streamer, and he felt, if he cooperated against a rapper, his career would be over. He reached out to Kai Cenat. Kai reached out to Polo to try to work it out. Ultimately, the bank returned the money to him. Trench Baby was arrested in September. But ultimately, prosecutors said there was insufficient evidence to press charges, so he was let out. Then, Polo G's mom, Stacia Mack, there's a video of her shooting at her daughter.
Well, I don't know.
The video, from what I understand, was her own ring cam footage that she sent to someone who then posted it online and so forth. Now,
what did the daughter say?
I don't know. I mean, the daughter did some posts about some arguments she had with the mom and so forth. There's a lot of craziness. So, let me say this. You're getting the exclusive on this. Recently, I was on DJ Academic's show in a studio in New Jersey. Academics, I think, brought up Polo G. And I said, well, you know something? Me and Polo, I'd actually interviewed Polo when he first came out. Did an interview with him. It was one of his first interviews. I thought he was a dope artist, whatever else. We never did a second follow-up interview. And then I remember this one time, NLE Chopper was like, DJ Vlad's the feds, and Polo G responded, yeah, I agree, or something.
Uh-huh.
So we run into each other at a bank in Calabasas. I see him in line. He turns around, he sees me. He was with his little brother.
The Wells Fargo we all go to.
One of those banks. So we see each other, and I'm like, yo, after you're done, can we go talk outside? He was like, sure. So we go outside, and we have a respectful conversation. And I'm like, yo, I don't know why you would publicly diss me when I've only showed you love. If you have a problem with me, you could have just reached out to me. You could have DM'd me. You could have reached out, whatever. And I was just a little disappointed that you did that. He goes, well, I don't like some of the questions you ask in interviews or whatever else. And I'm like, okay, I respect that. Let's exchange numbers. You know what I'm saying? If you ever want to discuss it, whatever. I texted him a few times. He never responded to me. Oh, that's cool, whatever. Life goes on. So I mentioned this story on Academics, and I'm like, yo, I feel like Polo, with all this drama, is not really taking his position seriously enough at the level that he's at with all this stuff that's happening to him. So Polo DM'd me. He said, yo, what's your number? And I'm like, here it is, same number as last time. And I'm like, yo, it's my birthday today. I can't talk to you. He texted me. I said, I can't talk right now, but when I'm done later tonight, I'll call you. I called him. He didn't answer, and then he FaceTimed me. So I pick up. We start talking, and he starts getting loud with me over FaceTime. He starts yelling at me. And I'm like, you know how I am. I said, look, if you're not going to talk respectfully to me, I'm going to hang up on you. And he kept getting more and more loud, so I hung up on him. And that started a 2-day back and forth text message, back and forth. He was like, yo, you got to meet up with me. I said, why the hell would I meet up with you? Yo, I don't roll security out here. Yo, you need to meet up. You had a chance to talk to me in person. You need to meet up with me. And I'm like, why the hell? I'm 51 years old. I'm going to meet up with you? Yeah. That's insane. You have a gun charge. Your brother has a murder charge. Your mom shot at your sister. If I showed up, I'd have to bring my gun with me, right?
The Hatfields and McCoys. The Hatfields and McCoys.
You know what I'm saying? I'm like, why the hell would I meet up with you? That's insane. And it's like, oh, you a goofy and whatever else. And I'm like, I'm a goofy. Look what you're going through right now. And I'm like, let me tell you something. I said, yo, you're in an incredible position right now. I sent him a list of 19 rappers that I've interviewed that have been killed violently. Half of them were around his age.
It's crazy. That many, Vlad?
19 rappers. Do you want me to name them?
Yeah, you fucking me up with that.
Hold on. I'll name them for you.
19 rappers.
Now, keep in mind I've been doing this for 16 years.
No, yeah, that's still a lot.
Okay. Jimmy Wapo, age 21. Doe B, age 22. Jay the Youngin, 24. BTB Savage, 26. FBG Duck, 26. Fulio, 26. Mo3, 28. Draco the Ruler, 28. Takeoff, 28. Chinks Drugs, 31. E-Dave 632. Big Glow, Chief Keef's cousin, 33. Slim 400, 33. Nipsey Hussle, 33. Young Greatness, 34. Snooty Wild, 36. Young Dolph, 36. The Jacka, 37. Gonzo, 45. All of them.
Shit. Forgot about Gonzo.
Black men that have died, most of them through shootings, Draco by a stabbing. All of them died violently. And I said, here's some OG advice. You are going down the same path with the way you're crashing out and the way everyone around you crashing out. Oh, you can't give me advice. You're not where I'm from. I said, okay. Then you start saying blood. Yeah, blood. Stop texting me. I'm like, blood? I thought here's a tweet where you're saying GDK. Now it's blood? Like, I'm just confused right now. And we just basically, at one point, we just stopped texting. And I'm like, look, and at one point he was like, yeah, because we're going to run into each other again. I'm like, if we run into each other, we run into each other. That's life. I wasn't avoiding you last time. You know what I mean? Like I'm not on that time, but it is what it is.
Vlad, that's a crazy list, man.
Yeah.
You know what? We all know those names.
Yep.
But when you see them consolidated like
that. I'll give you more. Lil Loaded, 20, he killed himself. Then there's the drug overdoses. Mac Miller, 26. Aaron Carter, 34. Gangsta Boo, 43. And Coolio, 59. So that's...
You never interviewed Fulio?
I did it. Fulio's on that list.
He's on that list?
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah. Fulio's on the list, 26. Yeah, man, it was a very disturbing list. I made the list after Fulio got killed because I said, man, I wonder how many of these guys...
So you didn't know until you started going down the list. I didn't really know,
but it was like a lot of these interviews, I talked to the dudes about squashing whatever beef they had, because I talked to Fulio. They don't want to hear it. Just like Polo didn't want to hear it. But a lot of them was like, okay, look, I understand that this happened, but can you work it out? Me and FBG Duck, I understand what's going on. Have you considered moving out of Chicago? No, I'm not going to do that. Young and Ace, I know you and Fulio, can y'all just work it out? Like, no one wants to see you guys gone.
He's next. Because he keeps taking shots, bro.
Yeah, no, he did a diss song right after Fulio got killed.
Taking shots, yeah, so
But the whole thing with, like, me and Polo was like, you're sitting here crashing out right now, sending me these little lightweight threats, saying you're going to meet up, you want to meet up with me and whatever else. I'm not your enemy. The story I talked about us meeting in front of the Bank of America is true. It was a respectful conversation. I want you to do well. I don't want to see you in these type of situations. And you're like turning up on me. And I'm saying, like, I've seen this over and over again. You know, you don't come from where I come from, so you can't give me advice. Okay, keep thinking that.
But see, what they don't realize, Vlad, is like, you've been in the game 16, 17 years. You've seen 100 different scenarios that ended in jail, death, somebody in the wheelchair, somebody else being killed and maybe they got out of there, right? So they don't understand that you're like, hey, listen, you're mimicking one of these 19 people.
Yes.
That on my list that I've interviewed.
Yeah.
That have been doing exactly what you're doing, and it ended up in a tragic death.
Right.
They're not seeing that, and you reading that list. Is this the first time you've read that list?
First time ever.
You read it. It still got me shook up.
As it should.
Because I know those people.
Yeah.
But I never lined them up to say all these people died because of this rat beef or this going on, and it was a small percentage of those people who were up. You know what I'm saying? So